Hello everybody, I'm Storm here, and welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we set up production for our various robot brains, all from Mark 1 all the way through Mark 4, using the existing facilities that we have to make circuits, because it uses all the same materials. So we are going to go ahead and this is Mark 1 and 2, logistics and construction. I think this is construction, these are logistics, if I remember correctly. And then we have Mark 3s, and then Mark 4s down here. So, we now need to get these onto trains so that we can then move them to a facility that we are going to build that will make robots. Now, I have made some adjustments to the design because I was trying to make them trying to allow one production factory to run at maximum speed. However, if we did that, let me just redo this. We did that, which would make 7 robots per second, which is pretty quick. We would need 1,750 electronic logic boards per second to make that happen, which is just ridiculous. That would require, each one of these would have to have its own belt feeding it, and I'm not even sure that would be enough. So there's no way we're going to be able to feed that many electronic logic boards into this system, no matter what we do. So, yeah. That's not going to work. So instead, I went and kind of scaled this out for what would be a more reasonable rate of moving those boards. And what I decided upon is that we're going to make 1/10 of a robot per second. So 1 robot every 10 seconds, which will consume 25 logic boards per second, which is a lot more doable. It means that it'll be a lot slower to get these robots into the system, but, we get a pretty good load of brains in, and we can just let the thing run, and eventually, we'll start filtering in these robots over the course of the rest of the series, most likely. So that is going to be the plan. Yeah, this is all pretty much the same. So basically, we're going to do construction bots first, and then we're going to mirror the entire system, but for logistics bots. So that's actually going to be a lot better because, making a couple dozen of these assembly machines is going to be better than making several hundred. So that's what we're going to do. Now, at the end of the last episode, we were clearing some forest to make way for some loading bays, which I've gone ahead and built in here. So we're going to use these for Mark 1s, Mark 2s, Mark 3s, and Mark 4s, or something similar to that. And here's how we're going to handle this. Because this is going to be very unusual, the way I'm going to do this is because we're going to have multiple types of objects being loaded into the same train. Pretty much all the trains that I have right now are transporting one type of material, but we're going to have one train that's going to be carrying both logistics and construction brains for each mark. So this is going to be Mark 1 brains. I guess we'll call this Mark 2 brains over here. That'll work. Mark 2 brains. Or actually, let's call them brains Mark 2. And then we'll adjust this. We'll call this brains Mark 1. And then we'll do brains Mark 3. And then we're going to do brains Mark 4. All right, so now we're just going to have to decide on how we're going to do this and make sure that we stay consistent so that we know where everything is going to be coming in when we're going to offload these trains. And so I am going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so Mark 1s and Mark 2s, right? Yes. Okay. Fortunately, those are in relatively the same spot. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to have the Mark 1 brains come together here. Do I want to run them underground? Yeah, I think I'll just run them underground. I guess I could, no. I was thinking, you know, I could put them on the same belt. But no, that's just going to make things... Would that make things confusing? No. Well, maybe for these we'll keep them on separate belts, but for the others, because they're going to be a lot longer belts we're going to be running, we will put those on the same belt. And I think I have a way of handling that. Okay, so this is going to be the Mark 1 brains. Now, how we're going to handle this is going to be significantly different from the way we're doing other things. We're just going to be using a loader for each car. So, right, so you're going to be on there, you're going to be on there, you're going to be on there. Alright, so we're going to put the... Alright, so let's decide how we're going to do this. Green brains in the front wagon. Orange in the back. I can't remember which is which. Oh, the construction is the green. Construction in the front, logistics in the back. And so that's how we're going to handle that. Now... Now here, we are going to do this. I'm going to put a loader in there. And I'm going to put a buffer chest. I'm not going to go with a full, like, silo or anything. Just a buffer chest. Okay, so you're going to run through there like that. And we're going to do the same thing here, buffer chest. I really anticipate that one load of brains in these trains is going to be more than enough to get us by for the rest of the game. Because I think one of these things are going to be able to carry like 8,000 or something of those, which is going to be more than enough robots. Okay. Let's get you something that you can use for some fuel. So you'll be ready to move to whatever facility we want you to be in. All right, so Mark II brains. All right, let me try and do this a different way. All right, so Mark II brains. Right. I won't be able to do that. I need you to come over there. And then we'll need you to swing around like this to get on the other side of that belt. And then I'm just going to run the belt along the surface until we get to there. And then we're just going to follow this. All right, so the Mark II belts are proceeding all the way through to here. And I am going to be like double checking this a whole bunch because, you know, Mark II belts, right. Mark II brains, not belts. Okay. So how we're going to handle this is once we get to here, I'm going to throw in a splitter. And we're going to say filter for we need the greens on the front, which is going to be this one here. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and send the Mark II construction robot brains to the right. There you go. And so when you put this into there, like that, they split. Perfect. And then we'll do the buffer chest. Okay. Mark 1s, Mark 2s. Let's go grab the Mark 3s. Which are over here. And of course, I didn't really set this up well. All right, there we go. On the same belt. And that comes through at a pretty convenient spot. Alright, and there. Okay, I think they're coming all the way through, right? No, Mark 3s are over here. Well, let's just change the name then, because they already messed it up. So Mark 4s are going to be there. Mark 3s are going to be here. It really doesn't matter where I do it. So, okay. Same deal. Greens go in the front. Oranges go in the back. We're approaching from this, so we actually want the oranges on this side. So we want to put the Logistic Robot Brain Mark 3s coming out that side. Yes. Perfect. With buffer chests. I'm going to intentionally stand on this track. Because I can. I was kind of hoping a train would come through. Alright, well, we're not just going to stand there. Alright, now we just need the Mark 4s. Which are over here. Yes, over here. I had an opportunity to put these on the same belt, but I didn't take it. Oh well, easy enough. Okay, where do I want to turn this north? Actually, probably right about here. Oop, that's the wrong way. There we go. Okay. this way. Now, I need to be careful about how far I run these belts again, because... And one of the other slight issues has been I've been moving in and out of the logistics area, so, you know, I haven't been getting my deliveries as reliably as I would like. Okay, so we're going to emerge there. Load on the trains there. We're going to do our little splitter thing. Okay, let's do it like that. Alright, so greens. These are the 4s, right? Construction Robot Brain Mark 4s. I want them over there. Oh, brought that a little bit too far. Yeah, that should be alright. Yep. Buffers. And then train. Train and train. Excellent. Alright, now that we've been running, about how many brains do we have in there? We have 1.4 thousand brains. You know, that honestly would probably be more than enough for what we would need. Really could use some light over here, but it's alright. Alright, so now need to decide where it is that we are going to actually build these bots. I was thinking to just do it down here. I really do need to just clear another large area here so that I can have access to it. But I think over here would be more than enough. More than adequate. The issue is going to be the logistics system. Getting that down there. And we need to fill in that pond. But let's just go ahead and get down there and throw in the... Oh, of course, there's trees everywhere. All right. Is there a spot here that has less trees? Well, this is the cleanest spot. We'll do it right there. Alright, now we're going to have to decide how many loading bays are we going to need. Let's start with that. And actually, let's... Oh, yeah, we have actually no coverage down here. So that's going to have to get fixed. I could probably hook up to that. Let's see. Yes, I can. There we are. Perfect. Now, I don't even know if I'm using the right loading bay. Nope. I did not. Well, it's actually not a problem. It's relatively where I want. So let's just tear this part out. Cause I'm like, wait a minute, where's the stop? There should be a stop on there. I make sure I, swap that blueprint so I know it's not the one I want. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I gotta get this covered. Now, will this one, because it's not... It's closer. Will I be able to... Yes, okay. Make sure I can still connect that through. There we are. Okay. So, now, I need to get logistics down here. Alright, so there's the closest roboport. And we're going to need some more of those. Oh, keep bumping the trees. Oh, it's going to be right on top of the tracks. Alright, so I have to put it there. Alright, so there we are. Now, it doesn't cover very far. I think I probably put an extra port in here or two. We need to start getting these trees cleared out. So, actually, I'd like to move this out of the way of where my loading bays are going to be. Though they may still bump into each other. We'll have to see. now I can't see where I'm going because it's dark. There is where we need it. All right, so that gives pretty good coverage. All right. And then all of this, like literally all of this just needs to go. Okay, I don't necessarily want to be sitting in range of that. All right. Okay, so for our production, we are going to need to bring in all of the brains. Now the silicon nitride, I'm going to need to see if maybe we can make that on site. We're going to have to bring in the silicon. So it's still something we're going to have to bring in. Engines, electronic circuit boards, silicon nitride, the silver zinc batteries. Yeah, we got a pretty good collection of loading bays we're going to need. So what I'm going to try and do is get a lot of those built, trains set up and running before next episode. That's what I'm going to plan to do. I'm hopefully going to actually do it. So, we'll see. I should have a whole bunch of construction bots incoming, but we'll see about that. Yep, here they come now. Alright, but we are at the end of this episode. So, we will stop here. And then, if I get everything done that I want to get done for next episode, then we'll be setting up all of this production with our raw materials. Alright, but for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.